Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Apologies for the voice, no video today. As you might be aware, if you follow me on social media, pretty poorly sick right now. Has Az got the coof? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out pretty soon. But obviously some big news had dropped within the last couple of days. I really wanted to discuss this. But I'm going to have to do it in a controlled manner because the voice just won't let me do anything else. So, as you may have heard, Cuties has finally made its way on to Netflix. It's gone live. And now people can see the full context of the film. Now, from the marketing that Netflix had released through to the trailer that was also released, the film looked absolutely disgusting. I mean, disgusting. It seemed to have the message of we want to show how children are being forced to grow up too quickly, shall we say, by doing exactly that. Other news came out, which was rather disturbing as well, in as much as the producer admitted in an interview to seeing 650 girls for this film. For the main character, by the looks of it alone. 650. Wow, he's certainly doing his due diligence, isn't he? And then by the nature of what was contained in the trailers, people were obviously, and rightfully, in my opinion, concern for what the rest of the film was going to display. Now, there was some, when I say fake news, it looked like there was some fake news as regards to IMDb. Some people putting on IMDb what was in the film, which didn't actually appear in the film. However, Rotten Tomatoes, which we know is not a great balance nowadays, but it gives you an immediate sort of reaction. Rotten Tomatoes has, surprise, surprise, the critics lauding it with an 88% score as he takes a sup of water, and the audience coming in at 3%. I've even seen tweets from people who, when they saw the trailer, said, well, this just looks like a story for girls to kind of relate to about growing up. And then once the film's come out and they've seen it, they've sort of changed their tune completely and said, this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting with what the content of the film actually holds. So audience-wise, it's very clear where they stand. Now, it's also, yesterday was a bad day for the stock market in general, but we had this come in from the NASDAQ market. Yesterday, when the stock price started, it was on $504 per share. And that went down to $480 as the day continued. And even today, it started off stronger, recovered a little bit, but near enough halfway through the day, midday, the stock price just gone back down again. It's gone back down and it's actually below where it started off this morning. Now, I can't watch this film. There's no way that you can get me to watch this film. I don't need to see a film. I don't need to murder somebody to understand that murder's bad. You know? I don't need to abuse somebody to understand that abuse is bad. These are very obvious things to normal people. So I don't want to see this film because I don't need the message of that. It takes another sup of water by seeing it. But there were a couple of ladies which saw it in instead. Jay Longbone was one of them. She's a great gal. Do follow her on Twitter. She's absolutely fantastic. And she said, do you know what? I'm actually going to watch Cuties. In case somebody does a cringe review in support of this film, I need to be prepared. pray for me. Star Wars Girl was another girl who watched the film. And I asked Star Wars Girl some questions as regards to it. Particularly the IMDb stuff which came out, which she could dismiss. But again, both of them having the same thoughts on the movie, that this was just disgraceful. So Jay Longbone goes through, and we get this thread. Thank God it's only an hour and a half. Her copy was dubbed. Why do I always have to share a room? Why can't I twerk in the streets? Wait, we're not there yet. Look, I'm all for criticizing Islam's oppressive treatment of women, but when you couple that with 11-year-olds twerking half naked, you make Islam look rational by comparison. Now, this is a point which I want to just kind of go into for a little bit, because one thing that I constantly heard from people as regards to this movie was its message got completely lost. It got completely lost because there was no repercussions for the main character, and they didn't learn anything either. So all the tribulations that they went through throughout the movie, all the horrendous stuff that they did in the name of their friends or whatever, no consequences at all. So both Jay and Star Wars Girl were saying, what have they actually learned from this? Nothing. They nearly wipe out one of their friends, no consequences. They purposely try to get guys in trouble by stealing their phones and planting sensitive photographs on them. No repercussions. And there just doesn't seem to be any repercussions for anything. And Jay just continues on going into... Yep. Stuff we just don't need to see. I'm laughing, but it's so fucked up. Pretty much sums everything up, if you ask me. So, Kel Surprise, and I'm not going to show, but Kel Surprise, the mainstream media, came out on Twitter to support the movie, saying that people were being irrational, trying to justify this as a coming-of-age movie, and I'm very pleased to see that these people were ratioed down to oblivion. People aren't stupid. People don't need to see this blatant and obvious exploitation of children to understand it's bad. And the whole thing surrounding this movie from start to finish is pretty dodgy within itself. From the number of people that were cast, through to the head of the Sundance Film Festival who was jailed for his crime, which involved children. It just seems to stink. And I'm really pleased that the majority of people seem to have rose up and appear to be against the normalization, because this is what it's attempting to do, the normalization of this kind of filth. And make no bones about it, it is utter filth. So I think that's pretty much all my voice can handle, I'm afraid, folks. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below. And I hope to be back with some more stuff very soon. I really wanted to talk about the NFL startup yesterday. But I think I might have to leave that maybe a couple of days and hopefully get a bit better before going into that. But I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.